Herkese merhabalar. Uzun bir aradan sonra Çevreci 2'ye hoş geldiniz tekrardan. Biraz videolara ara verdim ama şimdi tam gaz ilerlemeye devam edeceğiz. Bu sefer de gerçekten çok ilginç bir konuğum var. Benim çok yakın bir dostum kendisi. Belki aranızda bilenler vardır. Ben İsveç'te sürdürülebilir gelişme üzerine Uppsala Üniversitesi'nde yüksek lisans yaptım ve yüksek lisansta bir sürü arkadaşım oldu. Özellikle böyle daha küresel bir program olduğu için dünyanın her köşesinden neredeyse bir arkadaşım oldu. Bunlardan birisi de Raphael Hanimann. İsviçreli bir arkadaşım. Kendisi uzun zamandır sürdürülebilirlik sektöründe çalışıyor. Benim de çok yakın bir arkadaşım. Dediğim gibi İsveç zamanında bütün neredeyse her günümüzü beraber geçirdik. Üniversite içinde veya üniversite dışında. Uzun zamandır da kendisiyle konuşuyoruz. Zaten üniversite zamanında da konuşuyorduk. İşte dünyamızın sorunları hakkında, iklim krizi hakkında neler yapabiliriz, beraber nasıl çalışabiliriz hakkında gerçekten çok konuşmayı sevdiğim bir arkadaşım. Şimdi kendisi İsviçre'de yeni bir girişime girdi. Ve bu girişim gerçekten çok ilginç. Özellikle Türkiye'de olmadığını düşündüğüm bir girişim. Bakalım kendisinden bunun hikayesini dinleyelim.
So, welcome to Environmental Geek, Raphael. How are you?
Very well, Gürkan, very well. It's always good to see old friends, even in a virtual way.
Yeah, it's always good, man. It's like also like when in quarantine you miss all your old friends even more. So it's like I miss talking to you, man, a lot.
True that.
So, can you tell me about yourself a bit? And it's like your journey to this new venture we're gonna talk about like in a minute.
Yeah, I mean, we both studied sustainable development, as probably most people know watching this video. Yeah. After our studies, I had a bit a hard time to get into this sustainability issue, to find jobs. I was working in bars and restaurants, serving crocodile steaks, which is probably not the most sustainable. Yeah. Then I moved more into the energy business, wind power mainly, and on the side, this idea with crickets and insect food came up, and yeah, I mean, it sounds very promising. My friends started a cricket farm, so I kind of had to move into this. Go ahead with the crickets.
So it's kind of like friends pressured you into this kind of thing.
Yeah, you can definitely say so. Yeah.
That's good. I mean, but it's like the first question what comes to my mind is like, dude, just why crickets, man? It's like, you know, why should we eat like crickets and like even other bugs? You know, it's like that will be my question to your friends and you actually.
Yeah, I mean, it makes so much sense from different points of views. Of course, there's like the health issue. We all need nutrition and good food, and there's a lot of protein, very valuable protein. It's there's different qualities of protein, and the protein from crickets is very, very valuable for your body. We also did some research on this. There's a lot of iron, there's a lot of folic acid, which is very important also. For example, when you're pregnant, it's a very important thing to have. That's kind of the health aspect, but of course there's other ways to find healthy food. The good thing with the crickets is that it's very sustainable from an environmental point of view.
Yeah. There's a huge environmental point of view, I guess, with the bugs too, and it's like how they are like with the greenhouse gases and everything.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you mentioned greenhouse gases. Of course, there are different studies with different results, but kind of what we assume now is that the greenhouse gas emissions are 85% less compared to red meat.
Yeah,
it's a huge difference.
Huge number. I mean, that's like. It's like it's super crazy. It's like 85% less. It's like, I mean, the meat production is also produced a lot of greenhouse gases, so it's like a huge number anyways. But it's like even the drop from that number is like 85% is like also huge. So it's a
huge drop.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a huge drop. And then there's I mean, that's just the greenhouse gas emissions. Then there's also water.
Yeah.
Meat production uses so much water, often in areas where there is not really a lot of water. You use the groundwater to do it. I mean, it's hard to measure, but you use like so much less water. Some studies say you use 1% of the water they use for red meat production.
Yeah.
It's,
Well,
I mean, let it be 10%, let it be 1%. It's just a huge difference.
yeah.
It makes a lot of sense from environmental point of view.
Yeah, because the crickets don't need like so much water, I guess. And it's like but the food that's like produced for crickets also uses a little bit, but it's like they eat everything, I guess. We will talk about this. Yeah.
Yeah, they eat. I mean, they eat. Firstly, I mean, what they eat, they put in weight on their body, so it's not. They don't really waste the food that they eat. They grow as they eat, and the food that we feed them is mainly what you cannot serve to people. It's fruits, veggies that are not that they don't look nice enough that you can sell in the store. Or we have a brewery close by, and when you brew beer, you have kind of
these weeds and like other stuff, I guess,
exactly,
like hops and like coming out the leftovers, from the beer production.
The leftovers from the beer production, we feed it to the crickets, and they eat it, and
yeah, I mean like very Switzerland based, I guess. So that's a good production. It's like also like you use like the waste products, which is like also kind of like another thing maybe we should consider when we talk about like eating these kind of like bugs and like crickets also, I guess.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's a cycle. It's there's no real waste anymore, because what we don't know, what stuff that we do not eat directly, we can feed it to the crickets and they grow. We eat the crickets afterwards. It's makes sense from like a cycle point of view. You don't waste anything, or much less.
Yeah, especially now we're talking about like circular economy and concepts like this. It's kind of like one way to go, I guess.
Yeah.
And sorry.
Yeah, I think one point that I'd also like to add. I mean, we spoke about greenhouse gas emissions. We spoke about water. There's also land usage. When you grow red meat, you need a lot of land. We know that they cut down the forest to have the cows there and grow meat. This is also a problem that you use so much land for this, and for the crickets you use much less land. Even here is like 90% less land usage for growing the cricket. So you can even grow that in urban areas. Urban areas are growing. Istanbul is, I think, a prime example for this.
Yeah.
And that makes it kind of easy to grow your food close by in the urban areas.
Yeah, even like you can maybe, I don't know if you can use like more like these kind of like old wharves, and it's like, like docking areas, it's like not used anymore, maybe it's like, I saw like some of the examples of this, and it's like people were like just producing the crickets over there, and it's like in small like containers, I guess.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And what else? You had something else, I think.
Yeah, I think another reason. I mean, that's not that much an environmental reason. I think the environmental reasons are really the big benefits here. But I mean, more and more people also start caring a bit for how their food is made, how animals are raised and treated, and so on and so forth. And with insects, it's much easier to keep them in a, let's say, in a natural habitat, in a natural way. I mean, they're used to be close together. You raise them the way they like it, so to say. And in the end, as they are, I need to look up the word in English because it's a very
it's okay.
Look it up. We call it.
It's both are like second language, so it's like,
Exactly. It's called hematocryl.
Okay.
It means that they do not produce heat by themselves. So they need to take the heat from their environment. It's also why you keep them in a warm area.
Oh, okay.
Which means that when the temperature drops, their organism slows down and goes to sleep, so to say.
Okay.
It's comparable with a snake, for example.
Okay.
They have the same mechanism. So when they're ready to be processed as food, you just cool them down. They kind of slow down their organism. They fall asleep, and when it drops even colder, they're dead at some point.
Okay. Okay. So it's more like not really knives and guns, I guess. These kind of like pressure guns and stuff like this. Yeah.
No knives, no guns, no blood.
Yeah.
I mean, this is an ethical question. Everyone has to answer that for themselves.
Of course.
I think it's less cruel, at least. But
yeah, I think for me too. I mean, like with the stuff that we saw, like with this like kind of like videos, and it's like we see these kind of videos a lot when we are talking about like how to not really treat animals like this. And it's like maybe there should be like more ethical way, and it's like you can't really find the ethical way for like more bigger animals, I guess. But it's like with crickets, what you're saying is like they just like go to sleep, and it's like they just slow their mechanisms, and it's more like mechanical rather than like more emotional, I guess.
Exactly. And I mean, yeah, there's no right or wrong answer to this, because it's an ethical thing, and everyone has their own standards there. But at least from my point of view, I think this is much less cruel than the way we treat cows, for example.
Yeah, I think for me the main question is like the climate question, and it's like when I look from that point of view, I think it makes sense. But it's like for other people, it might be their, like you said, like the ethical point of view of if they're like vegan or like some other form of like vegetarian, or it's like just like don't want to eat them, and it's like, and then it's okay. But it's like there should be more solutions, there should be more options, and you know that we should move away more from meat production, and it's like there should be these kind of like more options, people to just move along in this new future, I guess. And it's like I think this is one of the ways.
Exactly. I mean, there's no silver bullet that solves everything, but when we speak about the climate impact, this is, I mean, it's measurable, and it's a huge impact. I mean, the footprint is so much. It's not half. It's like a tenth of red meat. So it's a
1% of the water usage. I mean, that's like a crazy number. That's like it's nothing. It's like what is it? It's like 1% of the water usage. It's crazy.
It's really not a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, when you think about how long you have to grow a cow, how long you have to feed it, how much water you need to grow the crops and so on that they eat, it's
So like, let's see the products now, I guess. And it's like you sent me like this nice package from Switzerland, and it's like I got it, and there's like this 6 things came out, and it's like and three kinds of like cricket crackers, I guess. Crick. So
exactly.
This is thyme and rosemary, and this is the most I'm excited. This is more chili, and it's like. So
it's not as much chili as you would probably hope for.
Yeah.
I know you like chili a lot. It's not extremely spicy.
Okay, that's okay. I like chili anyway. And this is the fleur de sel, and this is kind of like a sea salt, I guess. It's more.
Yeah, it is. It is a sea salt. They call it. It's kind of called the flour of salt. It's the crust of when you gain the salt. It's like really the top crust of the salt, which should be a bit softer than the actual salt in the end, than the grains.
Let's try.
It's sea salt, but it's different texture.
Tell me about the more ingredient stuff then, and it's like how do you get them, and it's like, you know, and I will try the sea salt thing. For the first time, I'm like saying, and it's like I'm kind of excited. It's like I haven't eaten bugs any time before. So this kind of like
you shouldn't be worried, because most of the stuff you probably know. Most of the ingredients you should know pretty well. I mean, there's a lot of sesame inside.
Okay, I like sesame. Wait, I'm
I
trying.
mean, you put them on these round bagels in Turkey, the
Simit.
delicious ones.
Yeah, Simit, you tried it here.
Simit. Then there's sunflower seeds,
Yeah. And there's
pumpkin
like
seeds.
tastes really good.
You like it? I mean,
Yeah, I like it.
It's a lot of seeds mainly. It's
Yeah.
not.
It tastes like more like these healthy crackers, you know. What we have like called etiform, you know. I will write it for the subtitles to people to understand. And like, you know, these kind of like altın başak, I'm not really product placing them, but it's like I'm product placing this Crick. It's like, and it's really good, man. It's like I really liked it.
I mean, it is a healthy
nice.
cracker. There's four kind of seeds inside it, and cricket powder, and then we flavor it.
Also cricket powder.
Also cricket powder.
Yeah, I'm gonna try the other ones. I'm gonna eat it later, I think. So this is more like thyme and the rosemary one, and it's just like the spices that you have added, but it's all the same products, I guess.
It's all the same ground mixture, and it's just the spices that differ a little bit. Depending on what you like, but I think the thyme and rosemary is what people like most. So.
It's a bit cracked because of the voyage, but it's like I'm gonna get this one.
Yeah, they should be round. But
They should be round. They should be round like this, like the first one. But it came from. This is really good. Wow.
Goes very well with hummus. I think that's one of my favorite combinations, at least.
Yeah, I really like thyme also, and it's like this is my favorite things. One of the favorite things. I don't even like I can eat them like normal crackers. It's like people are like really worried. If there are people worried over there, like saying, "Oh, it's bugs," but it's like I don't know. It's like normal crackers. I don't even like. I think I see them sometimes, maybe, but it's like, you know, like inside. But it's like not even, I guess.
They're in bits and pieces. There's no whole cricket inside.
I'm gonna try to get the round one. Oh no, this is correct. Huge, like it's been. So it's like this.
Yeah, that's how they come usually.
Yeah, it's the voyage, man. It's like it came from.
If they're not shipped.
To
all
Turkey.
Across Europe.
Yeah. So this is the chili one also, like, and it's like you said, it's not more a lot chillier than we ate when in Sweden. It's like, you know, where we used to like sweat a lot.
Yeah, it's not that spicy. It's a very let's say
friendly.
It's a more floury chili, less than hot. It's more taste and less hot.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now it's kicking. But it's like, it's more like not our like for us, I think for Turkey there's like this kind of like powdered red pepper. And it's more like this rather than like chili a bit more. Because they don't have the now there is like some like hotness coming in.
There is some heat.
There is some heat. Yeah,
there is some heat.
But it's not that much. But yeah, they taste really good, man. They taste like normal healthy crackers, and
I'm glad you like it. I mean, that's what they should. They should. It's hard to convince people to eat insects if it doesn't taste good. I mean, it should be something that you want to eat because it's a product that you look forward to eat. It shouldn't be that I need to do something good for the environment, so I eat that crazy cracker that I don't even like too much. It should be like, I like that stuff. I take it, and it's even environmentally friendly.
Yeah, like this, like we talk about, and it's like there should be more options, and it's like, you know, like how and these options should be like more applicable to your lifestyle, and it's like, you know, this more like you said, like you can eat it with even hummus, and it's like I think it will be nice with some, I don't know, some yogurt, even vegan yogurt that we have like in Turkey. And it's like some garlic, maybe. I don't know. Do you think? I will try the rosemary thyme with the garlic. It's like
sure.
I will tell you, man. It's like
man, if you try it, let me know how it tastes, and I will replicate.
Okay, I will try to replicate the taste for you.
Maybe we can make a garlic, add a fourth flavor, a garlic flavor.
That's what I'm saying.
For your
That's
blog.
what I'm saying. Like jajiki, jajiki yogurt.
Jajiki yogurt.
Maybe. Yeah. For our even like Greek friends that we have like.
We can make a Turkish special edition.
Yeah. I think because most of the spices that you're using, it's like we use in Turkish kitchen anyway, like the chili, the rosemary and thyme, and it's like I think the taste of it is not really foreign to me, you know, because sometimes when I eat like stuff like these, you know, healthy stuff, and it's like they taste like a bit more foreign, and it's like because they're like mass produced, but it's like now I'm like saying, oh, okay, you know, I can eat this. It's like, you know, it's more to my taste a little bit more.
It's
I don't know. That's what I felt.
No surprising taste, so it's kind of ingredients that you know that you can relate to.
And it's like how much you have like these kind of like nutrients like written on the back. So it's like I think the energy is like really low. It's like the fat is like really low for like.
I mean of course this what you see on the back it's for the whole cracker itself. So it's it's not only the cricket. The cricket has much more protein and iron and folic acid than what we see here.
Yeah.
But even because it's crickets and seeds, even the seeds have very good nutritious value. So it's two very strong and healthy sources of iron, of protein. So
and folic acid especially, I guess, which we don't use actually that much, and it's like we don't really get a lot of places, I guess. But it's like for
yes, it is. We're even. I mean, you can see it here. We're even a member, or we were approved by the Swiss Folic Acid Association. Because
okay. This is
it's mainly for. I think the most known usage of folic acid is for women that want to get pregnant and that are pregnant. Okay. It's very important.
Yeah, especially also like people who's like doing a lot of like sports, and it's like go to the gym. I guess that's more important too. And it's like, especially with the protein, this is like 10% of more than 10% of this one is protein, and it's like, you know, what you're eating. So it's kind of like a good maybe product for them also.
And it's very valuable protein. There's also a difference. There's like different qualities of protein.
Yeah, not so many like these kind of like bad fats and stuff like this.
Not at all.
Yeah. So I really liked it. Thank you. It's like, thank you for sending it to me, and it's like, thank you for coming along also. But it's like, I have more questions. So
go ahead.
I'm gonna jump at it with the questions. And it's like, I think because we have like some list also, but it's like I'm gonna ask you like this now because I tried it also. But there is a good number of people who's eating bugs around the world actually. And it's like, we don't really talk about this. I don't know why, but it's like most of the people that went to Asia see these kind of like, you know, like these cuisines. That's like they add like more like this, like these kind of bugs in their food. And it's like, but what about the, you know, I understand that maybe they will eat your product also. They will love it. It's more like a product for them. But it's like, what about the people, I don't know, in the world that's like a little bit more terrified of like eating insects? And it's like, how would you get them on the board? What's your like plan for them?
Yeah, I mean, I think the first or the most important step is to make them try once.
Yeah,
like you did now. As soon as they tried once and they understand that, oh, it's something good, it's something I like, that is the biggest hurdle. And yeah, that's the most difficult thing, to make them try the first time. And I think one way to do it is to speak about it in Turkey's favorite environmental blog,
Thank you, man.
like we're doing now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think thank you. And it's like, yeah, I think most people don't know about this, and it's like they're like more not want to talk about it, I guess. But like I said, there's a good number of people in the world who's eating like bugs, especially like in Asian like countries, in South America, and it's like there's like even they do like I think I watched like Gordon Ramsay went to like one of the places and it's like did like curry out of like ants and it's like and even he loved it and it's like so even these kind of like products I think the future will be like more we will talk about them, but it's like
Yeah,
what do you think like the future of Crick will be like what products do you think there will be more?
I mean, there's a lot of options. There's many options. This is what has proved most successful so far. This
Okay.
seed cracker.
Yeah, I understand. I'm gonna eat the rosemary a little bit more. I'm hungry. I didn't have breakfast.
Well, you will not be hungry for the rest of the day when you eat these powerful.
They're very filling. Yeah, talk about it. I'm listening.
But I mean, there's endless options. But I think we need to make it accessible. So it needs to be crackers. It needs to be something that people eat anyways.
Yeah.
And that is convenient. What's also kind of popular is this kind of energy bars or, with like raw fruits and dates and that kind of stuff. I think that would go very well. That's something that we are considering.
Yeah.
And it's also something that you can just eat it right away. It's convenient. I think to make, in order to have people use it in the kitchen or make a curry out of it or something, that's maybe a few steps further ahead.
Yeah.
But for now, we try to focus on things that people know. I mean, people know what a seed cracker is. People know what an energy bar is, and that kind of is maybe step one to
just
introduce
try
people to insects.
Just try to get them like try a little bit more, and it's like kind of like a more alternative product rather than like just like pushing them. It's like this is the way, and it's like I think that's more like acceptable, I guess, and it's like more like friendly.
Exactly. I mean, it should not be a too big push, and it should not be like, guys, you really need to start eating this now. It's more like it should be, look at this. We have a Cricket cracker.
Yeah.
You want to try it, and it should be small steps. That makes it easier, I guess.
Yeah, but we talk about it a little bit, but it's like then for the products you need to farm the bugs, but it's like we talk about it before, and it's like, but do you want to add something to that? What kind of techniques you're using? And it's like, but I think we talk about it quite okay. But it's like, so it's something you want to add there?
Yeah, I mean, there's not that much techniques or technology in raising crickets. What you need is a warm environment. Okay. So that's the main environmental impact that you have, is that you need to heat the rooms where they are, because we said they do not produce their own body heat. Otherwise, I mean, of course, you need to make sure they don't get sick. So you need to, like with other animals, you need to like change the boxes and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
But it's not a high technology product. It's not like this meat from the laboratory or something. It's it's kind of basic in a way. It's not rocket science.
Yeah, it's more like tender loving care, like what most of them make is a TLC, I guess.
Exactly. It's a lot of work, and it's not very optimized, at least yet. So it's still a lot of manual labor, I guess. If it goes very big, at some point you will have like more optimization.
Yeah, I think that's like the thing I'm gonna ask now. Like, how do you think the market will be in Europe? Like, what's the, or do you have plans to come anywhere? Like, I don't know, in Turkey maybe.
I mean, would be great. We're very small. We're doing this. It's still a hobby because we need to earn money in order to subsidize this.
Yeah.
But I would definitely. I mean, we should meet in Turkey and discuss how we could do this when this virus thing is under control. I'm more than happy to
definitely
venture.
We can talk about like how to make like maybe simit out of this. It's like
exactly.
That's like what we should try it in here. You know, it's like
I think a new idea is born.
Yeah, definitely. But it's like, do you think like in Europe also like it's gonna be like a bigger market like in the near future? What's the people coming to you and like talking about you like these kind of like more market ideas?
Yeah, I think there will be a growing market, and there's a lot of interest. There's not that much demand yet, but there's a lot of interest in this at least. So I'm quite sure it will grow. I don't know how big it will get. I think it also does not have to be the goal that you replace all the meat with insects, but at least they make so much sense from a health and environmental point of view that they should have their place on our table. And from zero to, I mean, there's so much room to grow. We're at zero now. Even if we go to 5% of meat production, subsidizing it by insect, it's already a lot. And I think there will be more insects being eaten in Europe, but I don't know how much.
But like you said,
I hope a lot, but
for you, I hope a lot too. But I think, like you said, I think even like the 5% of like 2%, even like 3% of like the meats subsidized into like more these kind of like products, I think that would be huge. Also, more like from a climate point of view, and I think that would be more healthier for us, for us and for the planet, I guess.
Yeah, I mean that's our saying. It's good for you and for your planet.
I mean, dude, great minds think alike. What can I say? Or maybe I saw it before. I don't know.
but yeah, I mean you know this better than me even. But I mean, meat production is a huge problem from a climate perspective, and even reducing that by 5% is a big step.
Yeah. I think that's a great way to stop, and it's like make people think a little bit, and it's like I think we should like let them think a little bit on this, and it's like if they can find it, maybe try it. I have like a couple of packages left. Maybe they can like call me, but I think I will eat them. So it's like I don't know if they will be left.
I'm happy to provide more. Provide more.
Okay,
if people are interested, I'll send another package.
Sure. I will. Tell them this also, like we'll share your Instagram and like like this kind of like company email and newsletter. If there's any questions to you, and it's like they can contact you through me or like through you, and it's like I can translate the questions if you want also. But it's like we should talk more about this, and I think this has been like a really nice conversation, and like thank you for joining to Environmental Geek.
Well, thank you for having me in Environmental Geek.
Yeah.
It was my first interview with an environmental blogger.
I'm really glad this is your friend. He's like, thank you.
Mainly it's good to see you, anyways. Good to see you.
It was really good to see you too. We will talk more, I think, after the recording.
We'll do that, and let's hope at some point in the near future we can meet in reality even.
Yeah. Thank you, man. Again, nice to see you.
Thanks to you. Take care, and best regards to Turkey.
Yeah. Kendinize iyi bakın. Sevgiler.
Bye bye.